Hello, my knitting friends. Today we are going to be looking at a couple more summer garments, and I am already working on some fall transitional pieces. So if you are interested in all the nitty goodness, then let's get started. Hello. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Christy of Christy Archer Designs, and you have stumbled across my mostly knitting podcast. I am coming to you from Southern California in the desert, where we are absolutely broiling day by day. I know it is hot for a lot of people right now, but we are definitely feeling the heat a lot earlier than we normally would. So I have been busy knitting. It has definitely been a while since I last podcast, I think about a month. And that is because my part-time job, I have been working the past 2 weeks for an event, and it was extremely exhausting, a lot of fun, but yeah, I am still recuperating, so if I seem a little low-key today, that is why. Okay, we are going to jump right in. I have my notes over here with what I am wearing. Today, I am excited to finally be wearing my Party of 8 tee, and it is a design by me. It is the very first pattern I ever wrote, so it is not currently size inclusive, but I would like to get it more size inclusive. If you know of anyone that would be interested in testing the larger sizes, I think it goes up to a size 48 right now, and I would like to take it up to a 64 ish. So if you know of anybody that would like to test this. Okay, this is a top-down garment, and it does not have neck shaping because of the way the yoke is done. However, if you wanted to raise the back neck up, you could do that. Sorry, ice is falling. You could do that by, once you are done with the yoke, you could work some short rows in the back, and that would help raise it up. This is a fingering weight project, but I would say a very fluffy fingering weight to a sport weight. I was using some of my hand-dyed yarn back when I did this pattern, and it was a very fluffy fingering weight. So I would say sport to fingering. The gauge on it is 22 stitches, but it's supposed to be a very light open kind of gauge. That said, I knit this one out of Lotus Yarns. The base is called Autumn Winds, and the colorway is black. I made this entire t-shirt for $25, and you can find the yarn on Amazon. It is a cotton cashmere blend, and it is incredible. I am definitely going to be making myself a winter sweater out of this as well. I do wish they had a better color selection, but there are a few different, there's like black, gray. This particular one, I said it was black. I think it was actually called charcoal. It was the one that was right before black, and then they have another gray that's just below this. So with this yarn, I got a 24 stitch gauge. I made my size 36 and ended up with a 34-inch chest, which is perfect for me. It really, really is. I will insert video of me wearing it or a picture, one or the other, so you can kind of see what it looks like. But it has, I don't know if you can see on camera, but it has this fun gradual increasing. And I originally called it Party of 8 because it was 8 stripes. And so I did this one in a solid version, but I will pop a picture up of the original if I haven't already. So that is what I am wearing. And let's see. Oh, the other measurements on this, the chest finished at 34, the side finished at 13, which is my ideal length. You can adjust, obviously. And then I have come to decide that I like a 3.5 inch short sleeve. I think it's a fun length without being too short or too long. So that works for me. I cannot remember the needles that I used for this, but I will say my gauge is probably tighter because, and I knew this going in, but I was okay with it. That's why I made the 36. I am now knitting on purpose tighter, and the reason is my gauge, my gauges, they were getting off, and gauge is not the word. I'm telling you guys, I'm a little brain dead. Whatever it is, I can't think of the word. If I think of it, I'll pop it up here. Anyway, my gauge is a little all over the place, or has been here recently. So the last few projects I've knit up, and I will show you, I've purposely started knitting tighter and taking a little more time, being a little more intentional with my stitches, and my gauge is a lot more even now, and I'm very, very, very pleased with it. That said, I probably used the needle size I recommended in the pattern and just knit tighter to get a tighter gauge. So that is this, and I love, 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 love it. And I have worn it already. I just reblocked it for today. So that is that. Okay, FOs. Some of the FOs that I have finished, I'm not going to be sharing today. One of them I've given away, and the other my daughter has in her room, but I'll pop a picture up of the pattern. I have been knitting these cute little bunnies, and they are a lot of fun. I was kind of just needing something different to do, and I'll probably pop pictures up of the 2 that I've made thus far. I was playing around, I did take it back. I was playing around with a pattern, I'll pop that up, and just to see if I liked the process, because that was a free pattern. And once I kind of decided, yeah, I think this would be fun, I bought the Small Rabbit with Clothes, and it's by Little Cotton Rabbits. I just used scrap yarn, and I made one for my husband, and I actually filmed this podcast about a week ago, and I was so tired that I just came across as a zombie. I was still in the middle of the shop hop that I was working, and so I decided not to post that one. I went into great detail on that. If you are interested in all the details, let me know, and I will post that part of the video for you. But I'm not going to go into all the details again. I did make changes, modifications to my second one, and I do like the changes that I made. But anyway, so those are the 2 bunnies that I have made, and I just used scrap yarns for everything. The bunny itself is made out of worsted weight yarn, and the clothing is made out of fingering weight. I will say I absolutely, positively did not like the construction method for the clothes. and I changed that on the second bunny. It had you start bottom up in 4 pieces, join those together, and working flat. The entire thing is worked flat. And I changed that on the second bunny as well, and did everything in the round except for the head. But on the second one, I did a top-down sweater, and I did everything in the round, and it was much easier. So that's that. Okay, my first finished object that I'm going to be showing you guys today. I'm very, very excited about it. First of all, I made it, and if you saw my last podcast, you saw it in the as a whip. So I made it out of Knitting for Olive cotton merino in the colorway Slate. And it is, I know you guys are going to be shocked, another Anker Tee. I do think this is it for a while. I do plan on making more, but I think this is it for this summer. And I could not be happier with this. And I want to show you what I was talking about with my tension. That's the word I was looking for, my tension. It is it is as near perfect as perfect could be. I'm so happy with it. And it is done the same as all of my other Anker Tees. So if you want the details on that, grab any of my episodes from the past month or so. Well, I haven't been on for a month. The past few podcasts that I've done, and I've talked all about it. I use a US 2, which is a 2.5 millimeter for the entire thing. It measures 20, sorry. Okay, my gauge is tighter, so I make the size medium, but I get a 33 inch, on this one I got a 33 inch chest, which I love. The length from the neckline to the hem is 22.5 inches. My sleeve length is 3.5 inches, and my side length is 13 inches. So I guess that is all of the details on this. I love the yarn. I love the pattern. I love everything about this. So I highly, highly recommend this pattern, this yarn, this everything. All right, and she has not been worn yet, so I am excited to wear her. Okay. Let's see. All right. Oh, my next finished object was done in Paintbox Yarns Cotton Decay, and the colorway is black. Excuse my nails. Oh, I did not want to do this today without doing my nails, but again, still exhausted. Okay, this is the Sabai. It's Paula Strickt, and it's very popular right now. It's something I have saved since it came out and wanted so desperately to cast it on, so I did. And this is the Sabai number 2. When you buy the pattern, you get 2 versions. One of them is the number 2 is all stockinette, and the number 1 has some ribbing at the top and on the hem, and I believe, I haven't looked at it yet, but I believe the armhole shaping has 1x1 rib going vertical. So that is this, and again, I worked really hard to keep my tension nice and even, and that's the top part, worked flat, and then the bottom part in the round. very, very, very pleased. I did this one pretty much to pattern, with the exception of for the armhole shaping, I did lifted increases instead of make ones. And I don't think, well, I know if I were to make the number 2 again, I would, or yeah, this is the number 2. It calls for an I-cord edging. I don't think I would do it quite the same again. I think next time I would do 2 stockinette stitches for the edging, and then I would do 1 column of purl stitches. That way it would roll, but I'm not crazy about how the I-cord edging is, the stitches are elongated. And on the black, I don't think it's going to matter, but I think in another color, and I'm getting ready to cast another one on in a cream, and I think it would show a lot more. Now on that one, I'm going to be doing the number 2, the number 1. Sorry, I'm getting them confused. This is the number 1. I'm going to be doing the number 2. But anyway, this is, oh, on this one, I did finish with a 1x1 hem, just because I don't want to deal with the rolling on a stockinette hem. So I did do a 1x1 hem, and haven't worn this yet, but I am very excited to. And again, I'll either pop up pictures or video of me wearing these as I'm talking about them. Okay, my last FO, and I am super excited to share this one with you guys. This one has been in the works for a long time. I had to put it in timeout for a while, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, this one is done out of High Desert sport weight, and this is 100% American wool, and it feels like merino. I am so excited to see how this wears, if it pills as bad as merino, because I love the feel of merino, but I do not like the pilling of it. So anyway, I will let you know how this holds up. But again, High Desert wool, this is a Knit Picks yarn, and it's done in 2 different colorways. It's done in Alder and Lava Fields. And there's the tag for Alder. And I don't know, this tag's torn. I don't know if you can see the color name Lava Fields. So, oh, so excited. Okay. This is a pattern that I am working on, and it is, okay, I have a pattern out called Spring Fling, and it is a fingering weight V-neck cardigan, and that one is an open front. I wanted to do a heavier weight one, so this one is sport weight. I think it is going to be called Winter's Weather. I'm not sure yet, and the reason is I may go ahead and do a worsted version of this as well, and if that's the case, I'll end up calling that one Winter's Weather, and I'll call this something else. So here we go. This is, oh, and this is the same cardigan. So the pattern is going to come with information for a fingering mohair in a solid, or a sport weight in stripes. So you'll get the instructions for both in the one pattern, and kind of hard to see it with my against my shirt, but oh my gosh, I love this so much. Now, my tension is not great with this. This was when I was going through that period of, I was knitting a lot looser, and my tension just didn't look as nice, and I will show you. It's just a little all over the place, which does make me sad, but not sad enough to rip it out and redo it. but oh my goodness, I cannot wait to wear this. Now, I am writing these with a button plaque, so you will be able to button this one. I don't have my buttons on this one yet. I literally I finished it last night about 1 o'clock, 12:30, and blocked it this morning, and that's one good thing I can say about the desert. This literally dried in about an hour. So that's nice. But anyway, I don't have the buttons on this yet, but I'll get them on today. And yeah, I don't have a lot of the details on this yet. I will tell you the measurements on this one so that when you see me wearing it, it'll kind of give you an idea. Okay, so it is 23 stitch gauge. I made the size 38, I think. And the sleeves I've made a little bit long, so they do come down on your hands, which is optional. You could always cut the cuff short, but I did do a 4-inch cuff, and I think the sleeve finished at 19 inches, and the side finished at 18. Well, again, hard to see there we go. And so it's a good hip length cardigan, a good snuggly cardigan, and this yarn is incredible, incredible, incredible. I love this yarn. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Knit Picks has the softest mohair of anybody that I have ever tried. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So if you are looking for a soft next to skin mohair, definitely give Knit Picks Aloft mohair a try. Okay, that is that. Oh my goodness, I'm doing great on time, guys. Okay, now I have one whip and I'm so excited about this. This is something that I have wanted to do. I apologize. I will have cut that out. There was a lot of barking going on just now. Okay, this is a pattern that I found this summer, and I have been wanting to make it in solid black. I have swatched for this top so many times, and I bought the yarn that it called for, and I swatched with that, and I still wasn't happy with it. That said, I did end up going with the yarn that it called for, and I think I'm happy with it. I hope I'm happy with it. Okay, so you may already know what I'm talking about. This is the Fern tee by Knitting for Olive, and I am knitting it out of Knitting for Olive Merino in the colorway Licorice. Okay, Knitting for Olive Merino, and the colorway is Licorice. And I just want to show you guys this. One of the reasons why I've got yarn bands flying everywhere. One of the reasons why I went with the merino, because I do love the cotton merino, but I wanted a true black for this. And as you can see, there's a big difference between the cotton merino black and the merino black. So I went with merino because I wanted that true black. And it's a lace pattern, so I think I'll be fine with it. Give me just a moment. Sorry about the interruptions today. Dogs, they are not doing well today. Okay, so Fern tee, Knitting for Olive Merino in the colorway Licorice. I knew before going into this that I was going to be making some changes because I did not like the neckline of the sample, and I looked at everybody's project photos. There was only one that had a neckline that was as tight as I would have liked it, and I was afraid that she didn't have any notes, so I'm not sure exactly what she did, so I did make some changes. And I have this on a really long cord because I blocked it to check my gauge before I went any further. I'm getting ready to separate for sleeves. And okay, let me see if I can show you. All right, so I have done a 1x1, yes, 1x1 ribbed neckline, and I did a really small one because I wanted to keep it as close to pattern as possible, so I did, and they have an I-cord, so I didn't want a big neck binding, so I did a 1x1 rib for 1/2 inch, and then I did do some neck shaping. Hopefully you can see that there. The other thing that I changed is it has beginning of the round in the center back. I never like that. If I have a pattern that starts in the center back, I always change it to start at where the sleeve separation would be. And the reason for that is that means my beginning of round will be on the side, and that's where I prefer my beginning of rounds. So I did the math, figured out where it would go, and so this is my beginning of round, and before I started the neck shaping, I placed markers where the sleeves would separate at this point up here. So I had to do the math to figure out where, where this, how many stitches I would have in between versus how many I would have down here. Okay, so I did that. I separated this sleeve, the front, and the back, and then I did my short row shaping according to where my sleeves were. And once I did the short row shaping, and I did a different cast on number because I wanted my neckline smaller. This is a lot of changes, I know. Okay, I started with a size US 1, which is a 1.25 millimeter. I'm really wanting to draw the neckline because it was a very open neckline. So to draw it up, I'm casting on with a smaller needle. I'm doing the 1x1 rib, and I'm casting on less stitches. Before I started the shaping, I increased to where I was supposed to be. Then I did the shaping, and I believe I did the shaping with the US 1. I may have switched to a US 2. Okay, then from there I did the first set of stitch repeats before the next set of increases. I did all of those in a US 2. Then I did the next set in US 3. US 2 is 2.5, US 3 is 3 millimeter, I think maybe 2.75. Then I went into a US 4. I kind of wish I had stayed with the US 3, but I had swatched and I did get gauge on US 4. That said, once I've blocked all of this and the circumference and everything, my US 4 gauge is now larger. So I did math and everything, and I'm still going to be okay. All I'm going to do is cast on less stitches under the arm, and it is going to be 36 inches, which I'm okay with that with this one, because I don't want it to be, I don't mind it being a little looser and flowier because it has that lace stitch on it. I don't really want the lace holes to stretch out. Not that a 33 or 34 stretches out. I still have plenty of room, but I'm okay. I'm okay with it. So anyway, I'm loving it. And I do think it's going to be something that I wear a lot. So this I will be working on as soon as I am done podcasting and editing the video. So that is my Fern tee, and that is my one and only whip right now. I am getting ready to cast on a couple of other things, and I will talk about that now. Okay. Sorry. Thirsty. Okay, let me get my notes back up. Future projects. Okay, these will be things that I cast on fairly soon. And I may even, well, I'll be casting this next one on before the week is over, because I should finish the Fern tee within the next day or two. So yarn for my next cast on, and I have way too much of this, so you will see this again in another summer shirt. This is, and I think I know what that's going to be too. This is going to be another Sabai top, and this is going to be the #1, so by Paula Strickt, and the #1 version, so it will have the ribbing up top and the ribbing on the hem, and like I said, I think it has columns of 1x1 rib for the armhole. If it has the I-cord, brain power's hard today. If it has the I-cord, I will do columns of 1x1 rib instead. So anyway, that is going to be cast on very soon. Paintbox yarn, cotton DK, and this is colorway Light Champagne. Hopefully you can read that. Light Champagne, excited about that. Okay, then after that, and I left the yarn over there for that. I'll just share that cast on. I'm in the process of doing another pattern, and I'm getting ready to cast that on. I didn't bring the yarn over here. I'm staring at it, but I won't go into that one since I don't have the yarn here. Okay, and then I am also going to be casting on the Anker Tee by PetiteKnit, and it is a striped tee. I don't think I'm going to be doing the stripes the same way that she has done hers, but I am going to be doing it striped. I think I'm just going to be doing even stripes, and I'm not sure how many rows I'm going to do. Maybe 4, maybe 2, I'm not sure yet. But I am using Knitting for Olive merino on both, and these are colorway Licorice once again and Cloud. Knitting for Olive merino. Super, yeah. And I love these two colors together. This shirt I think is going to be fantastic for summertime and fantastic for me all throughout winter, because it is merino, and I can put it under cardigans and I am set. So really, really, really excited about casting this on very soon. And then I ordered yarn for the Emily Tee, and I also purchased the rib tee pattern, which I'm going to pop up here. The pattern page shows it in long sleeve, but it does give instructions for short sleeves as well. Even if it wasn't, I'm just going to make it short sleeves, but I'm doing the short sleeve version, and this is just a great pattern. I'm obsessed with it. So again, I think this is something that will be a year-round wearable item for me. So I got 5 colors to make that, and I actually am going to be making it in a black color as well. I don't know where my brain was when I ordered these. I didn't get black for that. I guess because I was getting the black for the Fern tee. I didn't think to get double the yardage or double the amount on that. So let me show you the colors for my rib tee. They are all knitting for olive merino. And this one is colorway brown nougat. And I think this is going to be great with denim, which I don't have anything denim close by to show you, but I think that is going to be a beautiful fall color. So I am excited about this. This will probably be more like fall time before I cast this one on because of the color. And then this one, great year-round color. This one's called Trench Coat, and obsessed. That is going to be so fun. Just a good classic. And that's kind of what I'm working on these days, is just filling my wardrobe with good staple pieces that are going to last me for a very long time. That's generally what I wear, are staple pieces. So that is, you're going to see a lot more staple pieces as far as my projects are concerned. Okay. This one is soft blue, and I hesitated on this color, but I'm so glad I got it because I looked everywhere at people's projects and of course the website. I couldn't tell if it was going to be blue enough for me, and it is. It probably doesn't show quite as blue. Definitely looks more gray there. Back here, I think it looks a little bluer, but it is a soft blue. It is very powdery. It has a lot of gray to it, but this is a stunning color. So soft blue. And then I got raccoon. I can barely make out the first letter, so I'm having to remember. Okay, so raccoon. And I love the heathered. Heathered is my favorite. So again, this is going to be just an excellent classic color. And then the other color that I got, I'm not sure about it. I may contact them and send this one back and trade it for a different color. I may keep it, I'm not sure. And the reason is the yarn looks kind of funny. It looks like it may have been a bad batch, I'm not sure, but it's called Cloud. And if you can see, it's kind of crinkly looking, whereas this is smooth. I don't know if that comes across on camera or not, but I'm not crazy. And I said Cloud, it's not Cloud, it's Snowflake. Sorry, Snowflake. I'm going to contact them about this one. If it's just a batch issue, I may get the same color. If not, I may just trade it for Cloud, which is this one. This is Snowflake, because I really do like the Cloud color too. But we'll see. We'll see. So that is, I think that's it on, oops, sorry. Rib tee, MLV, the Sticks and Stones cardigan, which I didn't show, and then the Sabai. So, oh my goodness, that is a lot to cram into 40 something minutes. I'm so proud of me. That's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed everything, and I would love to have you give this video a thumbs up. It really would help my channel a lot, and if you liked the video, if you would subscribe and click the bell icon if you are not already a subscriber, that would really be great too. I would love to get to know you. If you have never been by before and you've made it all the way to the end, thank you very much. Please pop a comment in the down below and just say hi. Just let me know you stopped by. Maybe tell me where you're watching from. I love to chat with you, and yeah, I think that's it for today. So I'm gonna hop off now and go edit and get this out to you, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Bye.